This is Dr. Lou Sella, and I'm a doctor of sport and performance psychology. And you've got to keep this in the proper perspective with the Army Air Force current core offense. When you look at the Flexbone offense right now in its current state, last year, Army ran the zone dive series, which is the zone dive, the follow, and the kick 26 times a game. So it was run 26 times a game last year. Keep in mind, Army had their best season in school history. Their only 12-win season in school history was last year. But they ran zone dive, follow, and kick 26 times a game. They ran midline triple option 6 times a game. To be honest with you, it was 5.5 times a game. All this is documented on this YouTube channel, tripleoptionfootball.com, and on social media, so check it out. I do breakdowns of every play of every game. So if you take a look right now at the zone dive series to midline triple option ratio, it's a 4.5 to 1 ratio. Army runs the zone dive series 4.5 times to 1 time running midline triple. So during a game, they run zone dive series, zone dive series, zone dive series, zone dive series, mid triple, zone dive series. Like, that's how heavy the zone dive series is now. So when people start to look at the triple option, the days are gone of it running it 30 times a game, or every play is a triple option. That doesn't work like that anymore. Because what the zone dive does, and I've made videos on this for years, 2017, Army figured out if we triple team the defensive tackle and run behind the triple team, it's going to force the C-gap player to have to come down and take the dive. And then we're going to get a pull pitch on the midline triple option, and we're going to get the ball on the corner. And as I've said in multiple videos, I did this study with the Citadel 10 years ago. Every time they pitched the ball on a triple option, they averaged the first down. I had a client in 2017. We documented basically every time he pitched the ball on triple option, and he averaged 22 yards per play. So that's how effective it is to get the ball pitched. So by the zone dive series setting up mid-triple, you make a far more effective triple option. But you got to understand, it's a 4.5 to 1 ratio. Now let's take a look at Air Force. Last year, Air Force finished the season 4-0. They finished the season 4-0. In that stretch, they actually won a game without getting a yard passing. They did that against Nevada. So Air Force went 4-0 in their final 4 games. They ran zone dive 25 times a game during that 4-game stretch. They ran mid-triple 6 times a game. So they're 4-1 on zone dive. That's without any tags off the zone dive. Purely running zone dive against mid-triple, it was a 4+ to 1 ratio. So for every 5 times you're running a play, zone dive is 4, mid-triple is 1. So pretty much, you're locked in on making the zone dive go to set up the midline triple option. Now, those of you who've watched all 4,400 of these videos, it's like, holy cow, Sella, we already know this. But look, for those of you out there that are new at this or you're getting into this, the Flexbone offense is built on a triple team of the defensive tackle, or the center guard and tackle triple team him, and they immediately run the ball behind the triple team. And that's why it's so important to run this under center, because the dive hits quick, so you don't have to hold the block as long, and the ball will clear. And then they wait for the C-gap player to take the dive, and then they run mid-triple from there. But if they keep getting 4 yards on it, they just keep going. So understand the mentality you have to have going in. They're like, you're here to run zone dive until you don't get 4. And then if the C-gap player takes the quarterback, you'll run the follow. You can also run kick. And then Air Force runs more trap when that happens. But ultimately, the C-gap player takes the dive. You have one option, midline triple option. but they're running zone dive series 4+ times to 1 over mid triple. So I want that to be your mindset in 2025 as we forward move. And listen, Paul Johnson was basically, I was his biggest fan forever. But guys, he's gone. Okay, got to move past the Paul Johnson tradition because there's better ways to do things now. There's more effective ways to do things now. But the bottom line is this. If you run the zone dive, tag it with the follow when the C-gap player takes the quarterback, and you use the mid-triple when the C-gap player comes out to take the dive, that 1-2 constraint from zone dive, telling you right now, you're going to have a very effective offense in 2025. And you have built-in answers. It doesn't matter who you play. If you got to play the Maine Black Bears, or you'd have to play the Maine East, whatever they are there in Illinois. Doesn't matter quality competition. You have answers. You'll get the most out of your players. So there you go. Now, if you're ready to become a client, give me a call. 570-332-0265. 570-332-0265. Keep in mind, when you run the Flexbone, you're going to run zone dive 4+ as many times as you will mid-triple. That's what you're going to do now. That's what Army and Air Force are doing. And they've held steadfast with that the last 6 years. So keep that mentality. When you're ready to become a client, give me a call so we can do this the right way the first time. I script every practice for you, every rep for you. It's all done. You don't have to think. I let you think a tiny little bit, because as a sports psychologist, I have to get you to think a little bit, but overall, everything's scripted for you. So I take that out of your life, make your life easy. Everything's based on real science, not Tony Fauci science, like real science. So it's all done for you. So when you're ready, you know what you got to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.